is Mariah Formica with Champion, and we want to thank Mariah for being a part of the show tonight. Even though we had a little technical difficulty, I guess, as Chris was saying, I guess she was using her cell phone, wireless. So, yeah, I guess the only way to really do this right is to have a hardwire connection.
Or at least Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that was like a 4G connection.
Yeah, maybe.
But whatever. She hit me up and she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry about the internet. We'll do it again and I'll have a better connection." And she sent me her address. She sent me the shirt size. She wants the shirt. So
yeah, no, I'll definitely send her some shirts and stickers and all that fun stuff. She deserves it.
Yeah, I told her we'd send her one that's censored and one that's not. I said, but I texted. I said, but I expect to see a video wearing the one that's censored.
At least.
I want to see the gas station shirt.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. Not any chicks have ordered that shirt.
None?
No.
Well, maybe we got to get it out there if we can get Mariah to take a picture with it.
Yeah. You know, it's all the dudes love the shirt.
Yeah.
I've been going through some shirts here in the last few weeks, so I don't know if it's people seeing it, your post out there, advertising it or what, but I've been sending out some hats and shirts and
good
all kinds of stuff. You saw the one message from who sent us that message with the shirt?
Oh, Tom Brennan. Yeah.
That Tom. Yeah, he sent it. Fucking love it.
He loves it, man.
He sent us a picture wearing his shirt, all proud and shit.
Oh. Good point, Brian. No chicks listen to the CMS. Good point, Brian.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yeah, only ones that are like 15 years old that you've dated.
That's not true. That's not true. We got quite a few chick fans out there.
We're probably up to like 2-3% at this point.
Yeah. So, the girls they're just not into the swag, I guess. They don't wear it.
Well, they don't like wearing a shirt that says hand job on it.
Yeah, but we've had the other shirts available, even the girl shirts, and they don't sell.
Yeah. I could just see
those they just don't like the girl shirts, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
I mean, but that's the whole thing too. Even when I'm out on the road with Dawkin, the chicks, they had some like the spaghetti strap shirts and things like that. The chicks won't buy those.
Yeah.
They don't buy them. It's like, they get stuck with them too, So, I guess, I don't know. I guess I need to consult the girls and find out, well, what kind of shirts would you wear?
Probably got to get one that's like pink or something.
Okay. They don't like the black. They would rather a pink shirt.
Yeah. So it doesn't look like it's a guy's shirt.
Maybe there might be something to that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know I've never had success with the CMS shirts, regardless of any style.
Yeah.
Chicks just don't buy them.
Well, whatever. Is that important? That the
chicks really? No, it's not important. It's just that I got a bunch of chick shirts and they never sell.
Yeah.
I've had them for literally years and still have a bunch of them, and nobody wants them.
You have the original box of shirts?
No, not really. But regardless of that, I just appreciate the fact that anybody even wants to wear one of our shirts.
Oh, I know. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, and the thing is I send them out around the world too. And that's a weird thing, especially when I'm sending them over to, let's see here. Let's do it all I wear. Let's see. No pink. Okay. I got a message about the shirt. Okay. Whatever.
What'd she say? Don't wear the pink ones?
It's like, don't make the pink ones.
Why?
Guess that's gay. Guess if you're not if you're not like a rocker chick, it doesn't matter. So
Heavy Metal Dad in the chat room. Neeley, do you have chick shirts in 4X or 5X?
Is that what the deal is? That they're too small?
That could be it.
Are you saying we have beefy women listening to the show? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Well, the guys are all fucking 2, 3, 4, 5X. So why wouldn't the girls be?
Yeah, they are, man. Yeah, they are. I don't
Look,
know. I gotta order bigger shirts.
fat guys listen to radio. That's just the way it
Is
goes.
that what it is, or is it the age?
It's the age, and we're just fat. Fat guys listen to radio.
Yeah, I'm getting down to where I'm almost to a medium now.
Look at you.
You know, this is a large I'm wearing, and this thing is like hanging off of me.
Falling off.
Yeah, so I'm getting down to the point where I'm getting to a medium.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Getting all skinny and shit.
Well, you know what? I gotta stay with it, man. I just hate feeling, out of shape and overweight. I just hate it.
It's not fun. Says the guy that lives that way.
Yeah. I'm getting old. My birthday's coming up next month.
Yeah. What are you turning? 50 what?
57.
57.
Yeah.
You. Jesus Christ.
57. Yeah, I met you when I was 38.
Yeah. Yep.
38.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're getting old, dude. Very fast.
No, I might have even been younger than that because let's see here. We've been doing this 25 years. So I was 32 when I started the show, and then I met you, I think 2 years after. So
like 99 or something.
Yeah, I was 99.
Yeah.
It was, 21 years ago.
Yeah.
So I can't do math. 36.
It was at the Black Crow show. I remember that.
Yeah, 36. I was 36 years old.
Stupid Randy. Hey, I'd love to introduce you guys, but they're playing Virtue and Vice. I got to run down to the pit.
He took off to run.
Remember, because they started Virtue and Vice, and that was like his favorite song at the moment. So he went running. Like me and you both, neither one of us knows each other, and we're both standing there while the guy that does know us runs away. It was like, so you're on the radio, huh? How about
I've heard of you. I know your magazine. I read your magazine. I pick it up at the Quonset hut.
Yeah, it was like, it was the most awkward, uncomfortable, normal conversation that you always have when you meet anybody, and then when the person that introduces you walks away, then it's like, oh, so how are you? What do you do?
And look where it's gotten us.
Yeah, that's right.
We cut Randy right out of the equation.
Yeah, Randy's out. This show would have been dead if you would have stayed with Randy.
Well, Randy cooked his own goose with the show. I tried to make it work with him, but when he got all caught up with that whole Bryn situation.
Oh, Assistant Bryn,
and then he'd show up to the show, and then he'd be out there smoking weed in his car, and it's like, dude, come on.
Still my favorite of all time with Bryn was when we were in the backstage room at Ron's Crossroads, whatever that backstage room was. And Bryn was back there, and me and Randy. And Randy's like, dude, I just want to thank you for helping and all the help that you give to Wicked Heart, man. And, so I'd gotten him on some show. I don't remember what it was, Wicked Heart. And he looks at Bryn and he goes, Bryn, take off your skirt. Let him see your ass.
That's your thank you, man.
That was my thank you. So he had her take off her skirt and show me her ass. And then she sat down on a desk and took off her panties. And I was looking at Bryn fucking finger banging herself. I was like, oh, thanks, Rand. I didn't know how to react to that exactly.
This girl had banged out a couple of puppies at this point, and I just remember I got a glimpse of her boobs at one time, and it was like two fried eggs.
Yeah,
just pancake tits.
It was like somebody threw a fucking 2 pieces of lasagna at a wall.
It was like, holy shit.
Yeah. She definitely had some. And she was young too.
Yeah, she was only in her mid-20s.
Yeah, she was mid-20s, but she had the body of a 58-year-old.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, she definitely. I wonder what she looks like now. Jesus.
Well, speaking of somebody who was a real looker and always very friendly and always, always just extremely nice, no matter the situation, was blonde girl, Mitch's assistant.
Oh, Lori Ludeman.
Yeah. What happened to her? Where did she go?
I don't know. I used to know quite a few people that she dated, and And because of that, they were always sort of in my circle. So even after she stopped working with Mitch, I still ran into her for a while. But yeah, I think she moved out of the area
Yeah.
because I mean, I just completely lost track of her and I never saw her after a while. I never saw her at shows again or saw her anywhere.
I
So,
mean, she was a very pretty girl
yeah.
and extremely friendly. Just,
Oh, boy.
she was just a very, very friendly girl. And,
Mhm.
she didn't have an attitude about her, even though she could have, because she just carried herself that way. But she was
Mhm.
just, regardless if you were rock star or just drunk in the bar, she
Yep.
was just as nice to you, no matter what your stature was.
Yeah, she was great. I loved working with Lori. I worked with Lori a lot on a lot of those Mitch's Britches fests, whether it was World Series of Metal or
Yeah.
Overkill shows or Testament shows or whatever. I worked with Lori quite a bit.
Well, since we're going to be talking to David Ellefson here shortly,
Yeah.
and we're talking metal and stuff. Let's talk a little bit about Mitch.
Okay.
Mitch was
Karczewski?
yeah, Mitch was kind of a staple in the Cleveland music scene. I mean, this
Sure.
guy was a promoter. He owned some clubs. He always brought in shows. But one of the things that always and you would know more about this than me because I didn't know Mitch that well. I mean, I
Sure.
knew him to speak to him, say hello, and
Mhm.
how are you? And he did talk to me a couple of times about promoting certain things on my show,
Right.
uh, very briefly. And that's how I met Lori.
Right.
But he he really did something. He really did put his money where his mouth was because every year he put on like a 3-day event, the World Series of Metal.
Oh, yeah.
And he put on bands that were national bands
Yeah.
and local bands and regional bands. He
Mhm.
would do this, and he would do this at the Cleveland Agora,
Yeah.
usually at the Cleveland Agora,
Mhm.
because I went to 2 or 3 of them,
Yeah.
and they went from like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right?
Yeah. It started Fridays at like 6, but then Saturday and Sunday would start at like
And
noon.
it was an all day thing.
Yeah, it would start at noon and it would go till like 2 in the morning. Oh,
Yeah,
the
and
the Sunday was always brutal. If you made it through Friday and Saturday and then you got there for, whatever incantation at 12 noon on a Sunday, wow. And then you had 12 more hours of metal. Holy smokes, that was a long weekend.
yeah. Now, do you think that he made money on these shows? I mean, obviously, he wouldn't have done this if he didn't come out on top of it. But I mean, I know some of the bands probably played for nothing because they just wanted the exposure. And
Yeah.
then, of course, the bands who did require money obviously were ones that had a name
Mhm.
that were national acts that usually, were the headliners for the evening, whatever evening it was, whether it was Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Mhm.
And they had to get paid.
Yeah.
But the tickets to go to this thing was not really that expensive.
That was what, like $60 or something for 3
Yeah,
days?
for 3 days.
Yeah, it was definitely an affordable ticket. But yeah, I mean, I don't know that he didn't get rich off it. I know that. But he had to pay some of these bands like crazy money. Like, he brought Megadeth in one year.
I know that's why I brought that up because I did go to the Megadeth one.
Yeah, he brought Megadeth one year. Dokken was a headliner
Yeah,
one
I
year.
was at that one. I actually
Oh,
actually hung out with that was when Reb was in the band, so that was
right.
back in '99.
Um, Anthrax, I think he brought in at one point. I think Anthrax and the Deftones were on the same bill. It was odd, but Anthrax and the Deftones played one. Yeah, Bruce Dickinson played
Yeah, he did. I remember that too. That was on the
Skunkworks.
was it Skunk Works?
Yep, it was Skunkworks because
Okay.
people were pissed because he wasn't playing Iron Maiden songs. He came out and he I think he played one Iron Maiden song and all the rest was those shitty Skunkworks songs.
Okay.
And nobody was into that at all.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, he brought in a bunch of big name people. I love the World Series Medal. I went to it and helped promote it like every year. It was, I think Halford, didn't Halford do it one year too?
You did. He did do it one year.
Yeah. I mean, Mitch put his money out there, but he just, he had a lot of local bands that would play early. That's
Well,
for
he
damn
did.
sure.
He had the local band selling tickets, to get on the bill.
Mm-hmm.
And but the guy worked it.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, he passed away. At least 10 years ago?
Yeah, more than that, I think now.
Was it longer?
Yeah, I think so now. I think it's closer to 15, if you can
It's a
believe
bit
that.
that long, yeah. So, but you worked with Mitch. I mean, obviously, you were very friendly with him, and
Sure.
you promoted a lot of his stuff through your Music's Bottom Line magazine.
Mm-hmm.
And but the guy also had that flying machine out in, was it Lorraine?
Yeah. Yeah.
Way out there was just some kind of a dumpy little club way out there, which I went out there several times. I believe I saw like LA Guns there once or twice, and I think Great White played out there one
Sure.
time. So I would make the trip all the way out to Lorraine to his little jacked up club.
Yeah, I hated that club just because it was so goddamn far. I mean, it was literally almost a plane flight away for me. It was. I mean, it's a good what from my house. It's probably an hour and 10 minutes. What do
Yeah,
you think?
it's out there. I mean, I made the drive numerous times, so yeah, I'm well aware of it.
It was far, but the one thing I remember best about the flying machine was this is a little club. I mean, honestly, I don't think the flying machine held more than 600 people, and I think 600
Yeah,
people
I
would be
think that's
jammed.
that's stretching it.
And it would be jammed. But he brought in Motorhead Manowar one year to play it. And Manowar did the whole thing with the riding the motorcycle on
Yeah,
stage and everything.
he had the big mic stand, yeah.
But what I remember most was I helped them. They they had a moving van
Yeah.
and they took the ramp off the moving van and set it up outside the door so that they could ride the motorcycle up the ramp to get in the door to come onto the stage.
Yeah, that thing weighed like 400 pounds.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was just this box with the big springs on it, so
Mhm.
Blackie could jump up on it and ride it and rock back and forth on it and stuff. It was a nutty setup.
Yeah.
And I remember the ceiling was so low in that club
Mhm.
that when Blackie stood up on that motorcycle handlebar thing, his head was almost hitting the ceiling.
Right, right. Dude, I've seen that before. Do you remember that club in Canton, the Sadie
There's
Renee's?
Sadie Renee's, yeah.
And a lot of the bands would be playing, and the roof was so low, and it had pipes in it and shit. The bands would climb up on the pipes and be swinging around during their sets. I saw Faith No More there once, and Mike Patton climbed up in the pipes.
It's-
Too good, man. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, the Cleveland music scene was definitely its own animal.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that obviously you were very involved with it,
Yeah.
working at MMS and obviously the metal show,
Right.
and periodically I would be asked to promote something and
Sure.
get involved with certain things. But Mitch was definitely a fixture in the Cleveland area. He was just your basic. Well, how would you describe Mitch as far as being a promoter was
He was,
concerned?
he was like the guy. I mean, there were when he died. I think the Cleveland music scene, or metal scene anyway, died with him because after Mitch, there was nothing. Honestly, I mean, yeah, there was like Dan Call, and there was a couple people that promoted other clubs, but after Mitch left, I don't. That whole scene just went to shit.
Right,
He was kind of the cog in the wheel, so to speak.
right. Now, what happened to that? There was somebody in the Cleveland area that was buying up all those clubs, and they were making it a whole network. And there was like the
Oh,
Lone Star Saloon or something. What was it? The Lone Star Saloon or something like that?
no, I actually worked for it.
What was it?
I can't remember what that place was called. It was something saloon. It was out there right by Billy's
Yeah, the Parma
Revolution. What was that place called? The Jigsaw.
Jigsaw Saloon.
Yeah. That guy crashed and burned really hard. That guy, his name was Phil Lara. He I'm going to say allegedly here, even though I know that it's pretty much true, just because I don't want any legal shit. But he allegedly was ripping everybody off.
Okay. Well, what was his deal?
He was a promoter guy and he owned that building and he was trying to buy up everything. And he was offering people big money to do a bunch of stuff. And, and I'm going to be fair with Phil. He hired me to do his website, hired me at a ridiculously high amount of money to do his website. And I think I might have been the only guy that I knew that got paid every time from Phil.
Okay.
Because I got paid in advance. I wasn't going to do it after, but I heard horror stories about people that he owed $10, $20, $30,000 to, and he didn't pay them. And I heard one horror story, and I don't know the validity of this per se, but I heard that there was a guy that had some kind of kidney failure.
Okay.
And he had to have emergency surgery. And when he went to the hospital, it was declined because his insurance had lapsed and it was supposed to be through the company.
Oh boy.
So the guy didn't have insurance and then he couldn't get his kidney surgery or whatever because he didn't have insurance.
Yikes.
Phil fucked a lot of people, allegedly. Again, I'll just keep saying allegedly to protect us. But
and what happened to him? Where is he? What has he done? Or
there was articles in various newspapers about what a scumbag he was, and I think there were court cases. I don't know if he ended up doing jail time or if he just moved away and got the hell out of here. I don't know what happened to him. Again, the only thing I can say that's not allegedly with Phil is that he contracted me for a good amount of money every month and he paid me.
Okay.
I can't say anything bad about the guy because he did pay me. So
all right.
I have nothing nasty to say about Phil. My check's cleared.
And that's all that matters.
So all that mattered to me was that my check's cleared. But yeah, some people that we know, Mr. Billy Morris being one of them, got royally dicked from him.
Oh boy.
Allegedly.
All right. Fair enough.
There we have it.
Well, we got some guests coming up here.
We do.
Why don't you kind of break it down here, who we're talking to and why we're talking to them?
Well, we are talking to Mr. Drew Fortier of Bang Tango fame. He made the Bang Tango documentary, and then he ended up in the band.
And he's a fan of the show.
Yeah, and he is a fan of the CMS. And
he is.
And also Mr. David Ellefson, Grammy Award winner, Megadeth, blah, blah, blah. The two of them have written a book, which Neeley is holding up right now, called Rockstar Hitman. And it is it's a fictional book. And I don't know how these two know each other or anything of the sort, but Drew hit me up and was like, hey, can we come on and talk about this book? And
you cannot come on and talk about your book.
I was like, sure, why not?
We've got nothing good to say about you or your book.
Yeah. I do, although I will admit I've read like 4 pages of the book.
Well, I only got it on Thursday.
Yeah, that's when I got it too.
Yeah.
So I only read a couple of pages and then life stepped in. But we'll find out what the story is from these two guys and what's going on with Megadeth and Drew and whatever Drew's up to and how the movie did, et cetera, et cetera. So there we go.
All right, fair enough. All right, I'm gonna let you pick a Megadeth tune here.
All right, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Black Friday.
Okay.
From
any reason for that?
I don't know, because I blackened my lungs with THC yesterday, and it was Friday.
All right.
How's that?
All right. Good morning, Black Friday.
That's right.
All right. Well, we're going to play a couple of tunes, and we're going to bring David Ellefson on as well as Drew Fortier.
Yep.
And we'll talk to them about this new book called Rockstar Hitman.
Yeah.
So here it is. It's Megadeth exclusively here
on your classic metal show.